Next fight that I want to talk about, and to me, it was the performance of the night. And that's Keyshawn the Businessman Davis, man. That young boy, Keyshawn, I don't like calling men boys. That young man, oh my God. That's my prospect of the year, right? He took on Juan Carlos Burgos, cagey veteran, three-time title challenger. Got I want to say about 6 or 7 losses. Well, now he got 7 losses, but he lost to guys like Devin Haney, Mikey Garcia, Hector Tanahara, who was a he was a lightweight prospect until he fought what's my man William Zepeda over on Golden Boy, and William Zepeda got him up out of there. You know what I mean? And I think he's had a little 2 fights since then, but again, we haven't seen Hector Tanahara since then. Let me see. But nah, man, this Keyshawn Davis fight, man, obviously dude was 6-0, 5 knockouts. Juan Carlos Burgos, 40-plus fight veteran. This was a great matchup, man. Keyshawn, again, 3-0 in 2022, my prospect of the year. The 3 fights that he had in 2022, his opponents had a combined record of 78-12 and I think 2. And those 2 draws was Carlos Burgos, or 3 draws or whatever he was. You get what I'm saying? This was a masterclass. If you have a son, if you got a fighter, if you got a gym, and you looking at a fighter to say, hey, in a perfect scenario or in a perfect world, this is the way that I would have you fight, I would beg you to watch that Keyshawn Davis versus Juan Carlos Burgos fight, man. That was a masterclass, man. I think Keyshawn Davis, right now, if you had a dictionary with the word, a boxing dictionary with the word boxer, puncher in it, you gotta have Keyshawn Davis, man. This young man, his transition from offense to defense is flawless. I'm talking about, you could click, and it's funny because I talk about certain guys. I talk about certain guys and how they look in the ring. But again, this guy, I talk about guys thinking in the ring. That's one thing I say. Like, there's certain fighters who I won't name now, but it's like you could see as they're fighting, they're thinking about what's the next step. It's like, holy shit, okay, I did this. What's the next step? What am I going to do next? When you see Keyshawn Davis fighting, this guy is 4, 5, 6 steps ahead of his opponent. He's literally positioning his body to counterpunch you. He know what punch to throw. He know what counterpunch you're going to throw, and he's going to counter your counter. You get what I'm saying? That guy put on a flawless performance against Juan Carlos Burgos. The only thing he didn't do was get the stoppage. But if you're going to fight like that for 8 rounds, man, I think yesterday, a young 23-year-old Saturday, excuse me. I think a young 23-year-old Keyshawn Davis could have fought 12 rounds on Saturday, no problem. Again, he thinking ahead of the exchanges. He thinking ahead of the punches. He know what you gonna do before you do it, or he got a damn good idea. He had a couple punches landed on him, but again, this is boxing. Punches is gonna get landed from time to time. But again, that's exactly what it was, from time to time. That guy is the truth. Keyshawn Davis is the goods. He's my prospect of the year. I don't see no other prospects in or around his weight class in some of the top contenders. I think right now that guy can be competitive at the top 10 level. That's just my point of view. I don't know him personally, so it's not like I got a reason to, clout chase, or I'm looking for nothing. Listen, man, that guy can fight. And if anybody know me, especially on them Twitter spaces, my favorite quote is that motherfucker can fight. Hey, that motherfucker Keyshawn Davis can fight, man. He got the killer instinct with him too. And I said this last time, and I'll say it again. This guy remind me of Bud 2.0. 2.0, you got a defensively sound fighter that's fighting on the front foot. You can't beat that. You can't beat that, man. This guy, man, great performance, man. Great performance by Keyshawn Davis, man. And you can even see he having fun in the ring, man. You can see certain rounds he's coming out like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. Let me just try this round. You could see it, man. You could visually see him. I don't know. I know Team Crawford have some of the guys in Team Crawford were in Omaha for the Terrence Crawford Avanesian fight. I did see Bernie the Boxer in the background. I did see Coach Red with him. I forgot who was it was somebody else too. Oh, and Coach Al Mitchell. Man, hey, listen, Keyshawn Davis, if you listening to me, man, that combination, I don't know what Bernie was saying to you, but that combination of Coach Al Mitchell and Coach Red, oh my God. If they gonna bring performances out of Keyshawn Davis like that, he don't need. I don't want to say he don't need Bo Mac, but he don't need Bo Mac. If that guy performing like that with them two guys, oh my God! Listen, yeah, that was a great performance, man. Performance of the night. I gotta kind of do my year in recap. That might have been the performance of the year from a prospect for me. Again, like I said, masterclass, boxer puncher. He thinking ahead of exchanges and punches. He having fun in the ring. He got that killer instinct. He trying to stop you, man. It was certain, like you looking at round 7. He's standing in the pocket with Juan Carlos Burgos. Yeah, he taking a shot here or there, but he's crushing him. You could see Carlos Burgos in the corner with the grimace, like holy shit. Yeah. So I'm my man Martin W. You put what does 2023 look like for Davis? So I am, again, me. I got my personal pick again. Listen, a top rank, y'all want to hire your boy. I'm matchmaking too. You know what I'm saying? But again, matter of fact, before we matchmake, let me have another sip of this truth serum. This is truth. I am truth of narrative. This is A-Side Boxing Talk. Welcome. We're gonna have some truth serum, I mean. That's good truth serum. So if you ask me, I went on BoxRec. I did a little research, looking at some fighters, looking at some possible opponents who I think that Keyshawn Davis could see in 2023. And just real quickly, I could have did more, but I came up with 4 opponents that I would like to see him, fight in 2023. My first opponent that I think that they should line Keyshawn Davis up with is Jorge Linares. I think Jorge Linares is definitely, obviously, he's a formidable champion. We've seen him get stopped by Loma. We've seen him lose to Devin. I think he just lost to Zaire Abdullayev in Russia, if I'm not mistaken, here recently. He got some losses, but I think that would be another step-up fight for Keyshawn Davis here in 2023. I think that'll fight just will put him closer, higher up in the rankings as he starts to maybe, I think his next fight, or maybe this fight, may put him somewhere in the WBO rankings, or I think he had a WBO belt, and I think he might have had a BC belt, like an Intercontinental, or something like that. Shout out to my man VV. Linares just lost to Zora. Yeah, that guy, right? And granted, I'm looking just kind of for a step up. VV, I understand Linares did lose, but again, when you talk about a prospect that's being built, I think that before Keyshawn Davis knocks Linares out, he could give some kind of professional resistance, and we could maybe see some different looks out of Keyshawn, because, again, I think Jorge Linares definitely still got quick hands, definitely still could provide some professional resistance, and I think that'd be a decent fight for Keyshawn to have at least one in 2023. The next fight I got from Keyshawn that I would like to see Keyshawn Davis fight is the number 18th ranked guy in BoxRec. I don't know how he's that high, but Masayoshi Nakatani, right? We've seen Nakatani go to war with Felix Verdejo and win that fight in one of the fights of the year. We've seen him lose a very competitive, somewhat competitive fight to Teofimo Lopez. I know he did just get knocked out, I believe, on a card a couple weeks ago in Japan. He lost. But yeah, I would love to see Keyshawn Davis fight Nakatani. I know he's a little bit taller, a little bit on a lanky, a little bit more, kind of on the longer side. So I think that will force Keyshawn to maybe show a little bit more wrinkles in his game, kind of do a little bit different things. But again, I think that's just another step up in the pursuit of a possible world title for the young Keyshawn Davis. Another guy, my third possible opponent that I think that I would like to see Keyshawn Davis in the ring with is Jeremiah Nakathila, right? He only got one loss, and that's to Keyshawn Davis. And that's to Shakur Stevenson. You get what I'm saying? He came back. He moved up from 130 to 135 and had a brutal knockout of He beat the shit out of Miguel Bichello. He beat the dog shit out of Miguel Richo. Excuse my language. You get what I'm saying? But we haven't seen him in the ring. I haven't seen him in the ring lately. But again, I think that's a very good fight for Keyshawn Davis. I think Nakathilia is a very good fight for Keyshawn Davis. You got a guy, again, a little on the longer side, definitely can punch. Definitely can punch. I want to see if Keyshawn Davis could get in there, break this guy down, and get him up out of there for sure. I think, you know what? I'm not even going to put that past Top Rank, man. I think we could fuck around and get that fight. Like that fight or like a Jermaine Ortiz fight, I think we could see Keyshawn Davis in one of those two fights. Matter of fact, mark my words, man. Jeremiah Nakatela or Jermaine Ortiz for Keyshawn Davis. And if Ortiz could stay at 135, he looked pretty weight drained against Lomachenko. But I for sure think that we could see one of them guys. My man Vivi said, hold on, let me see. Keyshawn should fight Tego. Last time we seen Tego against Ryan Garcia, I don't think Tego put up that kind of resistance that he needed to put up. That guy was running all around the ring, looking real negative. Now again, I think that Keyshawn to stop him and get him up out of there. But I ain't mad at that. One man Martin said, "How about Tego? Might be awful to watch, but could be the good development." Yeah, I think that could be. Again, it's a couple guys, man. But I wouldn't take Tego is a spoiler. He ain't spoiling nothing with Keyshawn Davis. I promise you that. And the last guy, just to kind of throw a monkey wrench in the plans or throw a monkey wrench in the conversation, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad seeing Keyshawn Davis against another 135 top-ranked prospect in Raymond Moriataya, right? Moriataya, he's trained by Robert Garcia over there at the RGBA. Obviously, you know, Keyshawn Davis is with Team Crawford, with Bo Mack and Red and those guys over there. I think that's a great fight. I think Ray Moriataya and Keyshawn Davis, if we could get Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin, two guys that PBC could have easily kept apart in the hopes that and separated them in sanctioning bodies and put them guys on different paths in an effort to meet for fucking unification or some weird shit like that 10 years down the line, let them fight. Let them fight. In 2022 or 2023, you mean, VV, you would do Tego, Abdullayev, or Nakathilia, and then Moriataya. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that, VV. I ain't mad at that at all. But yeah, let them guys fight, man. Let them guys fight. Last time we heard Moriataya, I think he just stopped somebody. I think that was in November, and he called out Jeremiah Nakathilia. But at the end of the day, why not let Moriataya and Keyshawn Davis fight, man? You got some guys over there. You got Giovanni Cabrera over there. That's another undefeated guy. I forgot. It's like 2 or 3 guys, probably more than 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 guys over there at Top Rank that's budding prospects. And I don't think it's enough. It ain't enough belts over there for all them guys coming up. So let them guys fight. Let them guys mix it up. And give me Keyshawn Davis versus Ray Moriataya. I think that's a great fucking fight. I think that whoever wins that fight, clearly it should be in a contender position. If I'm not mistaken, I think Moriataya is already ranked in 1 or maybe 2 sanctioning bodies. For sure, I know he's ranked in 1 sanctioning body. But let me get that. Let's get that. You get what I'm saying? Let's let these guys be them guys. I don't think Giovanni Cabrera, definitely a tough fight for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a tough out for any one of those guys. But again, Top Rank has a lot of guys over there. They signed damn near the whole Olympic team, and it's time for these guys to either start mixing it up or they're going to have to start weeding some of these guys out. So if they don't mix it up with each other, they're going to have to take fights that's 50-50 with a veteran, and it's the same thing going to happen. So let these guys mix it up. Let's see who's the cream of the crop over there. It don't hurt taking 1 50-50 fight at a young age. Keyshawn Davis, 23? I don't know how old Moriataya is, but at the end of the day, what's so bad about taking 1 50-50 fight? I'm not saying, hey, let's line Keyshawn Davis up for 50-50 fights for the rest of his career. No, I'm not saying that. He still need development. He still need rounds. But again, what's wrong with a Moriataya fight? I don't see nothing wrong with that. There's a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? So, again, my future opponents, yeah, so 20, 23, 25. Yeah, let's as they say in the UK, let's have it. You know what I'm saying? Let's have it. So